Check 1, 2. This is one of the secrets of growing youth ministries. Doesn't matter how big you are, doesn't matter how much money you have, do this and your youth ministry will grow.
20 youth pastor learnings from 20 years in student ministry.
What's up, everybody? This is Adam, and today is part 4 where I'm talking through 20 lessons that I've learned in the last 20 years of full-time youth ministry. This is the secret to growing as a youth ministry. This doesn't matter what size your church is, it doesn't matter what size budget you have. Every church and every youth ministry can do this thing, and if you do it, I believe your youth ministry will grow. Today I want to talk about something that I would like to call like an X factor in youth ministry. It's that thing that successful youth ministries have, and it's maybe a little bit undefined, but it's like every ministry that you see that's growing, that kids are there because they want to be there, every ministry that has kids that are passionate for Jesus, passionate for the mission of their church and their youth ministry, these ministries have this X factor that's like missing in other places where kids aren't pumped to be there and things aren't exciting and things aren't growing. And what's cool about this is it doesn't matter whether your group is 5 kids or 500 kids or 5,000 kids. If this factor is in place, I believe this is going to make your youth ministry a place that students gravitate towards, that students want to be a part of. It's this factor that I've seen it lived out over every youth ministry I've been a part of. At first it wasn't intentional, but as I look back, when I see when this was in place, we were growing and amazing things were happening. When this wasn't in place, it's not like things were bad, but we just weren't really growing. And so if you want to grow as a youth ministry and be the kind of a youth ministry where students want to bring their friends and they're excited to bring their friends, and kids are coming who are unchurched or who are either church or whatever, but they're coming and they're growing, they want to be part of your family, of your youth ministry, you got to have this X factor. And I like to call it the F factor because it's described by 3 words starting with an F. Okay, so the first one is friendly. Is your youth ministry authentically friendly? Like when new students walk in, when old students walk in, do people feel like other people are glad that they're there? Is it friendly? Now, I know that friendliness is a surface level thing and it's just like, hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, man? Hey, what's up, man? But I think it's critical. If your youth ministry isn't friendly, like that's the starting point, right? And so this is critical that you build a culture into your youth ministry that's very welcoming and inviting and friendly. That when people walk in the door, people are smiling and people are high-fiving them, people are welcoming them. That when a new kid comes, people are excited they're there and they're excited to meet them and they're friendly towards them. They're looking at them and they're wanting to talk to them and they're wanting to get to know them. They're just friendly. Imagine if you walked into a place and 50 people called you up by name. Hey, Adam, what's up? Adam, hey, Adam, hey, what up, Adam? Great to see you, Adam. What's up, man? How's it going? And they're high-fiving you, and they're fist-bumping you, and they're hugging you. Even if you weren't good friends with any of these people, you'd be like, wow, these people are like stoked that I'm here. This is awesome. Imagine if our youth ministries could be a place where every single student who walked through the doors was just welcomed and embraced with open arms, with super level of friendliness. And it was genuine and it was real. That would be so incredible. I'm telling you guys, I've known many students who've come to a youth ministry and then never come back because of it was not friendly enough. But I've known very few who've never come back because it was too friendly. Like I've heard people about my youth ministry say it was kind of like obnoxiously friendly, but I think in the back of their mind they liked it because I'm like, yeah, you say it was obnoxiously friendly, almost that it scared you, but you kept coming. Right? Every kid who says it was over the top friendly, those kids kept coming. The kids who were like, it was unfriendly, unwelcoming, those kids never come back and you never hear from them. So I would rather err on the side of excessively friendly rather than not friendly enough. So the first F in this F factor is friendly. Like, does your youth ministry pass the friendliness test? Is it friendly when people walk in the door? New people, old people, any people, okay? Number 2 is friendship. Because friendliness is important, but after a couple weeks, if people are only friendly, but nothing more than that, you're like, yeah, they're cool, they say hi to me, but they don't actually want to be my friend, right? Imagine that you are a teenager, you're 16 years old, you're 12 years old, you're walking into a youth ministry, you want to actually have friends there. You don't want people just to be nice to you. You don't want people just to be friendly to you. You want people to actually be your friend, like for real, be your friend. And so the second part of the F factor is the friendship culture. Your youth ministry needs to have a friendship culture where people are friendly, first off, but second off, that they have an openness to wanting to build friendships, new friendships with people and strengthen current friendships, but they're always open to building new friendships. Is your youth ministry a place where it's easy for somebody who's new to build friendships? And this is something that you as the leader of your youth ministry have to cast vision and lead into and explain the why behind all this stuff. Like, every student wants it to be a friendly place, but in order for that to be true for every student, then every student has to be open to new friendships happening within the context of your youth ministry. Many youth ministries have this reputation of being cliquey because everybody's got their 5 friends and they don't want to be open to new friendships. But we have to build into the culture of our youth ministries a culture that says, I am open to new friendships every single week. Not that you'll make a new best friend every week, but it's potential that you could, and that you're open to that, and you're interested in getting to know people beyond just, hey, what's up? Okay, so we need to build into our youth ministries a culture of authentic friendship where people like actually want to be your friend. And we have to push our students towards this and challenge our students in this, because naturally what we do, and I do the same thing and you do the same thing, is you gravitate towards your friends, and that's who you mostly hang out with, mostly talk to, all that. That's fine. That's why we have these things called small groups, but even within our small groups, we have to have an openness to friendship with new students, because if new students are going to come in and if this is going to help your ministry to grow, then you have to have an openness to being friends and building new friendships with people. Okay, so the second F is a friendship culture. So you have to have friendly friendship culture. If you have these two things, that is huge. I'm telling you, what every teenager is looking for, they may not admit this, but they're looking for a place where they can walk in the door, where they'll be welcomed and accepted, where it's friendly, where they can be themselves, and they can feel like they belong. If your youth ministry is friendly and has a friendly friendship culture, boom, they'll feel like, wow, I belong here. Wow, these people want to be my friend. This is incredible, right? Like, every teenager is looking for a place to belong. Every human is looking for a place to belong. And if your youth ministry is a place where it's easy for any student to walk in and belong, no matter what, I'm talking the jacked up kids, the rich kids, the jock kids, all the different kinds of kids, any shape, any gender, any whatever. Like, you need to welcome and embrace every single student, no matter what, no matter how messed up they are, no matter how broken they are, no matter how sinful you think that they are. Welcome them with open arms. That's got to come first. And the third part of that is it goes from friendliness to friendship to family. The third F word is family, where we need to have a family feel, where students don't just say, man, I have friends here, or man, they're really friendly, but man, it's like family. Youth pastors have known this for years. Finally, research is backing it up that students are looking for a place to belong, where it's like family. But it can't just be in the words, it must actually be true in action, that we need to create a family-type atmosphere where we love each other, where we forgive each other, where we always are there for each other. Like, there's so many different elements to this, but if we can have a culture where students who are part of our youth ministry say, man, that's like family, whether they're a new student or an old student, I'm telling you guys, this is the X factor that will make students attract to your youth ministry. It'll make it magnetic. It'll draw kids in. It'll be like, not only are they friendly, but it's like legit, they're authentically friendly. They want to be your friend. Then it's not just they want to be your friend. It's like family there, man. You got to get in on this. Every teenager, whether they love God, believe in God or not, wants that. They want a place where they can belong no matter what. They can be welcomed and accepted no matter what. And then when you inject into that the power of the love and the forgiveness of Jesus that could transform their lives, I'm telling you guys, that's when our youth ministries become irresistible to a hurting and broken and lonely generation. It's the F factor. It's the X factor that's missing in many youth ministries today, which makes me sad, but it's something that we need to give 100% of our effort to focus on. And here's what's awesome about this, guys. You can do this with zero money. You can do this with a tiny youth ministry. You can do this with a huge youth ministry, but it's going to take strong, intentional focus and effort and leadership. You have to help kids get in the shoes of like, yeah, we all want a place where everyone feels like they belong. I want a place where I can find friends. Well, if you want a place where you can find friends easily, you have to be a person who is a friend to people easily. And you have to cast this vision over and over into your students, into your leaders who are setting the tone for your students, and build it into the culture. You have to work it, and you have to preach on it, and you have to cast the vision, and you have to lead with the why, and you have to continually do that, because what will happen is you may think, man, our friendship factor is high, our friendliness factor is high, like we're rocking this thing. But if you wait a month, or if you wait 6 months and don't say anything about it and don't intentionally focus on it, what'll happen is, whoosh, everyone turns inward and just finds their 5 friends and becomes a clique, and then all of a sudden it's ruined. You have to constantly be reminding people of the outward focus, the intentionality of outward focus, outward focus, outward focus. Every time a new person walks in, we're going to be friendly towards them. We're going to be open to friendship with them. We're going to welcome them into the family. We're not just going to become a family who's like, oh, we're full. No. The love of Jesus will shine through when we intentionally work on being friendly, being open to friendships, and being a family. But that is one of my biggest, most important secrets that I could share with you after 20 years in youth ministry. I am telling you, I could stake so much on this, that if you do this and focus on this for months, I'm talking 6 months to a year, you will see significant change happening in your youth ministry. And if you don't do this, not that God couldn't work and God couldn't move, but I'm telling you, this is key. This is huge. The presenting need of this generation is a place where they can be themselves, be welcomed, accepted, and they can belong and be a part of a family. That's what they're looking for. I don't care how good your band is. I don't care how good your preaching is. I don't care how good your leaders are. I don't care how good your building is. I don't care any of it. If you don't have a culture that's friendly, that's friendship oriented, and it's like a family, it doesn't matter. If kids don't feel like people care about them, like they're a part of a family, like they don't have friends, they're not going to keep coming. If we could do this, students who are far from Christ will begin to know Christ. Students who are maybe in your church but not connected, they'll come and they'll get connected because they'll realize, like, man, I belong here. I want to be a part of this family. This generation, that's what they want to be a part of. So let's create that environment, that value, that culture in our youth ministries, and let's watch God change the lives of students as our youth ministries grow and grow and grow. So there you go, the F factor. I believe this is one of the key X factors, secrets of a growing youth ministry that kids want to be a part of. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.